If the story really close out that points or something unique, we've been building belief, like belief of judges, including Judge Benny Sanapot and Jeffrey. You explaining so overtaking notes, overtaking the time of nominate, over reading at least come inside the top 10, top 5, or top 3 or at least winning.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. And before we go into giving Templar say something will be discovering, mostly by meaning of businessman, that is giving me so direction the way I can guide me to become like successful. But within my 10 years, me discovering also something. But before I get into that, I'll just explain what I do. KIT about 100% Papua New Guinean SME specialized to building electronic library, electronic learning and electronic school. So these are the services that we are offering where you got all problems start where this triple solutions we are offering and addressing on solutions. So KLIT, we have been in operations for almost like 11 years. Within these 11 years, we have been to 10 provinces. We are installing the service for 64 location, country. We have done presentations to 500 big individuals, presentations to 50,000 students, and the numbers still climbing. So with that, there's some key things. First of all, when I started KLIT, I operated in a 20-foot container. 20-foot container with just one laptop. And from there, I started to discover things that contributed to the success of KLIT becoming the winner of the 2024 PNG SME of the year last year. Number one is you must have a clear vision and purpose for your business. When you start a business, the focus is don't think about making money, thinking about how your business can become a solution to a problem. So that's what I did for my start is I looked at the problem and how can I address that solution. So that's number one. Have a vision and a purpose. Number two is build a strong network. Build a strong network and relationship. So when I first started with the business, KLIT, I operated in a 20-foot container with no network skills, no relationship skills. So what I had to do is I had to go out to introduce my service to my customers which are out there. So what I did was, the first thing that I did was I bought a laptop and then I organized a presentation inviting individuals to come and hoping that one of these audience would become my potential clients. So that was in 2014. I did a presentation to not former member, but one of the colleagues of Lojaya Koja, and she was attending the presentation. So from the presentation, then I invited them to come just to attend the presentation and to win a laptop, not realizing that at the end of the picking up the names of the laptops who attended the presentation, one of my family members won that laptop back. So it basically like that laptop came back to us. We bought a 2000 laptop and somehow one of the families got that laptop back. Then that very lady by the name of Michelle also, she's the HR of Dulax. She organized the presentation with member for Lay, former member, Lojan Kota. In 2015, I did a presentation to member convincing how the product or the solution which can address to the problems in schools in Lay City. And then she gave me the first project which I've installed in Lay City. And then fast forward now, I've already done a 64 location and the Saramon location. So you have to build your network, your strong network and relationship. So from this is that people that I am connected with, they started to introduce my services to other customers. So that's number two. Number three is you have to be innovative. Be innovative and adapt to change. So when I first started off the e-library services that we offered, it was more in the school areas where they must have a computer lab to access this. But we saw that students and teachers, they have phones, smartphones, and how can we provide that same service through the smartphone? So we had to be innovative and adjust the system. So we started setting up more like a Wi-Fi system where students now, it's not necessary for them to access it in a computer lab, but they can access it outside of the lab. They can access their like textbooks, exam papers, other educational materials to assist them, because most of the time the library or the computer lab is closed. So we had to look for innovative, think outside the box. So that's what we did, and we started to improve. So that's like, you have to be innovative and adapt to change. The next point is you have to be financially disciplined. You have to be financially disciplined. When my first project, they paid me between like 100,000 kina. That was my first time to see this kind of money, 100,000. But that was specifically for delivering a service. I made some profit, and at the back of my mind, I was planning to at least buy a car. I had an option to at least buy a second-hand car to at least help me move around, or I just continue to maybe catch bus. Because what I do is I normally catch bus while I walk. So I was thinking, either from the profits, maybe I invest back to the business to at least help it to grow, or I spend on something that wouldn't bring any growth to the business. So from that time, it's like I didn't like spend or buy on the car. So I started operating. Just 2024, we have a vehicle because of the SME hour. But from our 10 years, we have been operating like catching the taxi, hiring people's vehicle. Even though like we have projects coming in, but we were thinking it comes back to like financial discipline. We have people on the team that I need to grow and upskill them and train them, and that money needs to be put back to the business, to grow the business. So it comes back to like financial discipline that I've discovered. Number 6 is persistence and hard work pays off. I realized that there will become certain times where in your business you will face a brick wall, or you will come to a situation where the progress of your work will be delayed. But you have to you don't give up because of the vision that I mentioned in the first place. You must have a vision and a purpose. That vision and a purpose will be the foundation, roots to ground you to continue to move on despite any challenges. And eventually you become success, because I've been through that. There's some difficulties that are faced with. There are people in government organization where you have a good service, but sometimes they tend to delay or reject your project because of self-interest. So when I've been for private sectors, when I deal with private sectors client, there's no self-interest. If it's through merit, they'll give you the project. But through government organization, there is always self-interest, or system in there that will slow you. But